What's up, guys? Brian Grant here of ContestChampion.com. Today I just want to talk about the newest offer that we got hit with by Kabam. This is the Greater Ascendant Crystal Cash offer. And this offer is good. Now let me explain what I'm talking about before you rage and smash that dislike button like you guys are so prone to do lately. The value in this offer is pretty poor. I'm not going to be purchasing this offer. I don't recommend that anybody purchase this offer. I'm sure there's a few people out there that this is worth it for. But for the most part, for most players, no. Don't spend your units on this offer. So then why did I say it's a good offer, right? Well, if all you do is look at this and say, like, is the units worth it? Is spending the units worth it? Then I feel like you're missing out. You're missing out on part of the game, guys. I like to try to think at least 2 steps ahead, right? It doesn't always pan out. Kabam, they're a crafty bunch, right? But the way I see this is, these are Greater Ascendant crystals. I don't think we've seen this before in game. This is the first time I've ever seen it, at least. And judging by the topics that I've seen on Reddit and stuff like that, it appears that this is the first time we've seen Greater Ascendant crystals in game. And I don't think they created this crystal just for this offer. I could be wrong. But I feel like we're going to see this crystal kind of spring up in certain areas of the game. And I can show you a couple of examples real quick here. So if we go into the Alliance events and go to Summoner Advancement, if we look at the rewards, even the #1 Alliance, who scores a ridiculous amount of points for Summoner Advancement, they get 5 of these Lesser Ascendant crystals. What kind of crap is that? This is garbage, right? And it goes all the way down to rank 25, and then the top 2%. It's arguable. Honestly, I don't even know if it's arguable or not, or if it's just like a clear-cut advantage for the top 1 or 2%, right? I'd much rather get the top 1 or 2% rewards than get the top 25 rewards, right? These things are worth so much more to me than the small amount of extra 5-star shards and the Lesser Ascendant crystals. However, if these were Greater Ascendant crystals, then I would change my mind. I feel like the top 25, and then of course leading up, the higher you get, I would think it's worth it, right? So I feel like this is a possibility. I think Kabam may revisit this. It's probably been ages since they've touched these rewards. Have they ever changed? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they have, right? I don't think there was 5-star shards in this game always, but yeah, I think they're due for a little bit of a change. And Kabam is known for changing things lately. I mean, there's been a lot of change, right? And I don't think they're going to stop changing things anytime soon. But we just got hit with the new arena system here. And speaking of arenas, this is the next area where I think that we're going to see this crystal kind of spring up. This Catalyst Clash, the class Catalyst Clash. If we look at the rewards here, only the top 25 get these tier 4 class Catalyst crystals. Beyond that, you get tier 3 class Catalyst crystals. And I mean, I don't know if this is going to change, but I'm hoping that it does. I'm hoping that we see some maybe Greater Ascendant crystals in here. The milestones, it caps out at 1.5 million, which it was pretty difficult to do for me at one point, and now not so much. Like I didn't do it in this case because I was going for Psylocke when this arena was active, but I've done this arena multiple times in the past to get these Ascendant crystals, and I'm thinking maybe it's time that Kabam expands upon this and adds some of the Greater Ascendant crystals in the mix as well. So I'm hoping that we see something like that. And you might be thinking now, like, well, so what? Like, if they add that stuff, if Kabam adds that stuff to the game, how does that affect me now? Why is this relevant at all to today, right? The thing is, units are hard to come by, guys. Whether you're spending money on them or spending time getting them, we don't have an unlimited supply of them, right? So we kind of have to look at these offers, and we can sort of guess what's going to happen in the future, and it's just a guess, right? But it's an educated guess, right? And it's especially important, I feel, when you don't want to spend money in this game to make these types of guesses, right? Because if you, I mean, if you don't want to spend money, like if you're willing to spend a few bucks in this game, it's okay. Like you can spend units here and there and stuff like that. And then if you find yourself in a situation where you're like, oh man, I'm 500 units short of this newer offer that's even better than anything we've ever seen. You can just you could just spend some money and get those units, right? But if you don't want to spend money, then you have to really think like 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead to try to get a feel for what Kabam is going to be doing. And I feel like if they do give us these greater Ascendant crystals, that's going to lower. It's ultimately going to lower the value. It's going to lower the unit value of Tier 4 basic catalysts, Tier 4 class catalysts, and possibly Tier 2 alpha fragments. Even those. Even though we're going to need a ton of all of those things, it just lowers the value that I'm willing to spend my units on in order to try to gamble and get some of these top rewards from crystals like this. So that's how I look at this, guys. We just had an offer for, what was it, 500 units for 2 Tier 4 basics. I believe that was the offer, right? That also is kind of a telling sign that maybe the Tier 4 basics, maybe they'll start to become a little bit more readily available. I don't think it's ever going to get to the point where we're getting a ton of all of any of these things, really, right? I don't know. I doubt it'll ever get to that point. But the point is, it lowers the value that I'm willing to spend. It lowers the amount of units that I'm willing to spend to get this kind of thing. So I don't know. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. It makes sense in my mind, at least. It's something I've been doing ever since I started playing this game. It's kind of bit me on the ass a few times where I didn't have the units to get vision. I mean, I had a feeling that when we saw those greater gifting crystals on the holidays, I had a feeling that they were gonna kind of drain our pockets of units with those things and then hit us with something good. But I figured, you know what, those greater gifting crystals, they're so good, what could possibly be better? And then yeah, I couldn't get vision. So it's something that I still need to get better at doing, and kind of predicting where Kabam's gonna go with their offers and stuff like that. But that's the way I look at this, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed kind of hearing my thoughts when it comes to offers like this and how I look at the game. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.